You can see that the box I made completely blocks out all the light except for one little part. I have a slit right here that's in the back that allows the light to come in and give me a dramatic lighting. And then I've blocked everything else out with black foam paper. On this one, I didn't want any backlighting, and so I have this that is kind of hiding everything. And then I just take my iPad and I slip up underneath it, and it kind of acts like a blanket that is covering all the light so that I don't get a lot of reflection of my picture whenever I'm creating this. And then you can see here I have natural lighting on this one. It is coming in through a slit and it's up against the window. And so I have one little slit there that allows the color to come into that still life picture. That allows me to have a really dramatic lighting whenever I'm trying to create my picture. That's a really cool thing that we can play around with. All right, whenever you're ready to take your photo, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to kind of find a good spot. We can kind of turn a little bit, we can come up a little bit, we can come down a little bit. But one of the ways our picture is going to look better is we're going to click right here where this little clock is, and we're going to click on 3 seconds. That's going to give us a little bit of a timer whenever we're ready to click it. So I kind of like the look of that. I can see this leaf right here right now when I click right there, but it's not too dark in other spots. And then I'm going to click the circle. I'm going to wait, hold it as still as I can, taking a breath in, and then maybe I take another picture at a different angle. I think I'm going to like this one best just straight on though. This one right here, just like this. And I want to have a good color, so I'm going to click around until I like the color. And then I'm going to take a good breath, hold it, take that picture. Then I'm going to go to my camera roll. I'm going to scroll through the pictures I just took, look and find the best one, whichever one I like the most. Then I'm going to go to Edit. Then I'm going to go to the Share button, which is this button right here, that Share button. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click Duplicate right here. Click on that, and I'm going to duplicate that photo. The reason I'm doing that because I'm going to want 2 of them. So if I go to my camera roll, I can see that there's 2 of the exact same photos, this one and this one, exact same photo. Then I'm going to hit Edit, and over here on the left side, these 3 circles, I'm going to click that, and I'm going to scroll down to monochromatic right there. Then I'm going to click Done. That's going to put it into a grayscale so we can see our values of our pictures. Okay, the next thing that we're going to want to do once we have a picture that we like, we have a still life that we think looks good, we're going to go to numbers. So if you just swipe down and click in numbers, go to numbers, and we're going to be putting our still life into a grid. You can see that I've already done this with several different pictures. This helps you break it down and also break down the colors. I even have one of Mr. Kennedy right here. So I'm going to click the plus button right here because I'm creating a new one. Yours will probably just pop up like this because you probably don't have anything else. Then I'm going to click on the A right here. Right up at the top, I clicked that A. I'm going to click delete that row. I'm going to go right here to that 1, and I'm going to click it. I'm going to delete that gray row. Then I'm going to delete the next 2 rows until I get down to 6. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows now. And then I'm going to leave it here with 1, 2, 3, 4 rows going this way all the way to D. Then right here in this corner, there's this little circle. I'm going to click on that circle, and that's going to highlight this table. Then I'm going to drag it till it's almost a full sheet. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that paintbrush. While I'm still clicked on this here, I have to have the table selected. I'm going to click that paintbrush. When I click the paintbrush, I am going to go to Format, Table. I'm going to go to Table right here, and I'm going to click Row and Column Size right there. I've got to make these the same number. So right now I'm going to bump it down to maybe 100, and I'm going to bump this one up to maybe 100 right there. All right, now they're all square, so I know they're perfectly square right now. The next thing I need to do is insert my photo. So I'm going to click this here, the plus button right here, and then I'm going to go over to Photos, and we're going to go to Recents. I have both my photos right there, my black and white one and my colored one. Then I'm going to size this up to where it fits just right inside that grid. Then I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to crop it to where it fits within that grid there. And so I'll show you what I mean fitting inside that grid. So the way I can push this photo back is by clicking on that paintbrush again, and right here where it says Arrange, I'm already there. I'm going to slide this green over, pushing it into the back. And you can see now it fits within this grid here. I have one extra row, but I'm okay with that. I will show you what I can do with that in a little bit. Then I want to go ahead and insert my colored photo as well. So I'm going to click there. I'm going to go to Photos. I'm going to go to Recents. I'm going to click the color version of this photo. I'm going to try my best to line it up exactly the same as the other one. Double click it, crop it exactly the same as the other one. Done. And then I can go to that paintbrush, push it back, and then I can push it back even further, and I can see when I push it back even further, it barely shifts at all. And that's okay. I can probably work with that right there. So I'm just sliding it back and forth and seeing. So I'm going to leave mine right there in the middle, because the next thing I'll show you is going to have to do with the grid. So if I click inside this grid right here, and I double click inside the grid, then I'm going to go to the numbers 1, 2, 3 here. So I double click inside that first grid. I'm going to press 1, and then I'm going to come over here to the next one. I'm going to press 2. I'm going to come here to the next one, press 3, next one, press 4. Okay, I can see that these aren't showing up, and that's because my numbers are black on this dark photo. So I'm going to click that circle button in the corner again. I'm going to click right there in the corner again, selecting the whole grid. Then I'm going to click that paintbrush again. I am going to go to Format, Cell. I'm going to go to Cell, and I am going to click right here where it says Text Color. I'm going to pick a light gray. And look at that. Now you can see my numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can double click in that box again. I can click 5, 6, 7, and just keep going until you fill this grid. Okay, now I need to know what size of grid I need to put on my paper, and I know that I need to grid it out to where I have 20 perfect squares. If I need to look and see what the grayscale looks like, all I have to do is click on that grid, click that circle again, go to Arrange, push it back, click the colored one, arrange it, and push it all the way to the back. And now I have that black and white scale to be able to see all the different values of my still life. One more cool trick that you can do is you can press right here where these two lines are, and it'll add another row. If you're having a lot of trouble figuring out a color, there's a couple things you can do. One is to zoom in as close as you can on that square and just focus on that color. I can even put a clear transparent piece of paper on top of my iPad, mix a color, and kind of see if it's close to that color or not. If you're still having trouble, then one thing you can do is you can click on one of these extra squares over here, and then I'm going to go to the paintbrush. I'm going to go to cell right here, and I'm going to hit cell fill. Then I'm going to click to color, and then I have to swipe to get this, and then right here on this little dabber button, I can click it and then pick the color I want. Now, I want to find the color I want before I click that dabber. And so if I'm looking here at this leaf and I can't figure out the colors, then I'm going to zoom in on that leaf before I click that dabber. Then I'm going to click that little dabber button, and I'm going to hold my finger down and look at the different colors. I'm going to try to find the darkest color and the lightest color. And so I can see that that's probably the darkest color. And it's going to fill that cell with that color. Then I'll click the next one, click the paintbrush, I click cell fill, I click color, I swipe over, and then remember you got to go find where you're going to put your dabber before you click on it. Then click on that dabber, and now I've found my darkest color, so now I'm going to try to find the lightest color within that leaf, which is about right there. And now I can try to mix those two colors with it this large. I can put a clear piece of paper or transparent paper on top of it, and I could try to mix those two colors, and then that'll give me a good idea of where I need to go on that entire leaf, and it's not confusing me. If you're having troubles on clicking things, you can click right here where this paper and eyeball is, and that's view mode. And now I can zoom out or zoom in, and it doesn't matter what I touch. I'm not clicking on anything. So that'll help you out in that way. Now I think you're ready to create your still life. I hope you have fun doing this project, and I hope it doesn't give you too much trouble.